All right, so part 2 is officially started.
Okay.
All right, so we mentioned most of the topics. Let's get to the final 2. I want to ask you guys. You guys were talking about don't worry, the camera's not even on you. Major life events. Now I don't know exactly what happened, so I'm actually curious about this one. So whoever wants to start on that side, please let us know.
You gotta start.
All right. Well, so yeah, referring to life events we talked about because we've been through like some pretty major injuries and shit like that. So I mean, the biggest one that comes to mind for me was when I think we were still 20. Yeah, I think like about to turn 21. I was on my way to work one day. It was raining super bad, and I was
you were
crossing.
18.
Yeah, true. Actually, like 18. Yeah, 18, almost 19. Yeah,
Right out of high school.
Yeah. First year of college. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like fall semester.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So on my way to work one day, it was raining crazy. I was going through Eisenhower Park, and I mean, when you're a kid, you think you're fucking unstoppable. You drive like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So I was flooring it on my way to work. Blah blah. It was after this big hurricane that left a bunch of tree stumps like half cut.
It was on the
And,
way
like,
to work?
Yeah. On the way to work.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like 8 a.m. And there was a bunch of tree stumps in the ground in Eisenhower Park, and a bunch of since it was raining that hard after a hurricane, there was a bunch of mud leaking into the roads. So me flooring it, I hit a patch of mud that what is it called? Hydroplaned. Yeah, it hydroplaned me instantly, and then I hit a tree stump that sent me into the air like a ramp, and then flipped the car over 10 feet in the air, and I hit another tree.
What the fuck?
So yeah, on my way to fucking work. Yeah. And
And-
so like the firefighters that I woke up on the way to the emergency room, they were like, honestly, bro, you got to pray to whoever you pray in, because I have seen a bunch of tree accidents and nobody has survived besides you. And I was like, oh shit. And so I get to the emergency room. They get me to a room and everything like that. And I see that I have a bunch of missed calls from my sister and texts because I had been working with my sister in aerosols in Roosevelt Field. I was on my way to Roosevelt Field. So I see a bunch of texts and calls, and she was like, hey, where are you at? You know, this and that. I just want to make sure you're okay, or you're on your way. And then there was a text.
Crazy they
a
still had
little
your
bit
phone.
later. Yeah.
Really legit.
And that was the first, like, thought of mine to be like, oh, shit, I was on my way to work.
Any major injuries noticeable right away?
To me, well, I had a lot of blood, like, around my mouth. I had bit my tongue. And I had a broken like sternum or some shit. So like it was like, I mean, everything was fucking swollen and I was fucking going through it, but I could not move my shoulder that well at the time. And they had me in a fucking like brace, neck brace, and everything. So I was kind of just
So you're fucking looking at your phone like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't even know what I was doing. I just woke up and that was my first thought. And so I called my sister, and she's like, Frank, what happened? And then I said, oh, I was in a car accident. I'm in the hospital right now. And I hear her break down, and she falls in the fucking store, and she's starts crying and shit. And like that moment will stick with me for the rest of my fucking life. It fucked me up. I still fucking think about that every now and then. And it was like, it made me feel shitty because I was like, it was so selfish of me to get myself in that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're
And
saying.
like, it was unfortunate. It was after the
You're
hurricane.
young,
It was
but you're
mud,
young.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But at that
way
point,
of you
I woke
knowing
up.
that was gonna happen.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, bro, like who
Yeah.
fuck?
I mean,
I'm
like
not
now
gonna lie
I
to
don't
you.
feel that way, but when I first fucking woke up, you get the guilt of like, why
Yeah,
am I
of
here?
course.
What happened? You know
No,
what I
especially
mean?
when you have like an
Yeah.
older sibling.
Yeah.
One thing I do gotta say,
Yeah.
hopefully you can
Yeah.
laugh about it
Yeah.
now. Like, you must have been going really fucking fast.
Yeah.
Eisenhower fucking.
I'm just kidding. I can't laugh about it now. You're an asshole. No, yeah, dude.
And the bond.
But I remember being that age and like going
Oh,
60,
dude, yeah.
70 miles an hour
100%.
through Eisenhower Park.
And in the rain and everything, you're not like, oh, I should watch out in the rain. You're like, no, I'm going to double it in the fucking rain. I'm
Yeah, of
drifting.
course, yeah.
But like, it was dumb. It was an old guy I was behind, and he was taking too long in my mind, probably driving the speed limit out at Eisenhower Park. And then so I floored it next
It's
to
like
him.
35.
Yeah, literally. But I floored it next to him, and then it hit a patch of mud and sent me fucking flying. But anyway, going back to it, I spent 2 weeks in the ICU. I had a seizure in the accident, so they were testing me for fucking EKG and like making sure I didn't have epilepsy now and shit like that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, nothing happened. And then it was just 2 weeks of staying in there, and then I had a surgery on my shoulder to kind of repair it. I have some like nuts and bolts and blah blah blah, and it was basically a year of not
Shout
being able to
out
do
nuts and
anything.
bolts.
Shout out nuts and bolts. It was like a year of me at home, fucking bedridden basically, and like doing physical therapy. And that year of my life, dude, like I went through some of the fucking darkest times of my life. But waking up from that and like fucking being able to like breathe air and like enjoy my family and like been like I could have lost all of this. it's an incredible fucking feeling. It changed my fucking life in an
Yeah.
awesome fucking way. But it was definitely fucking dark times. But
Yeah, man. Holy fuck. I did
Yeah.
not know any of
yeah,
this.
that was before I even knew you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
was,
Holy
I was
fuck.
really happy to
Yeah,
have your
dude.
parents' number
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah,
Because I don't even remember. We were just squashing it at
Right.
Brian's house, and I was like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck is Frank?"
yeah.
I was getting a little tight.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah,
he wasn't
yeah.
picking up the phone.
Yeah, dude.
So I called
Yeah.
his parents, and they were like,
Yeah,
we're at MUMC, and I'm like, I'll
seriously,
be right there.
dude.
Yeah, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
I remember
Crazy.
finding out I was
Yeah.
away at school 5 hours away, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, "What?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what was I supposed to like? I couldn't come down. Like I was at
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was
Dude,
like,
and yeah, I
wild.
don't think I've ever really talked about this with you guys, getting your guys' perspective. It's fucking crazy, dude.
No,
I literally was
yeah.
at Brian's
Yeah.
basement,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
the crew. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
like Shayna,
Right.
just
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
the
yeah.
high school crew were just chilling,
Right.
and I was trying to get you there,
Yeah.
and
This guy's
I,
like this
again, I was
fucking
getting
asshole.
tight.
Yeah.
Literally, I was getting
Of
tight
course,
because Frank
not knowing
wasn't.
the
Frank's not
context.
really,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
usually like picked
Yeah.
up the phone like
Right,
that.
right, right. Yeah.
You know, so I was
Mhm.
like, let me call his
can
parents, and
actually
then
punch
his
it out.
parents,
Yeah, dude.
told me, and
Yeah.
they told me the floor, and I'm like, I'm going to
Yeah.
MUMC,
Yeah,
like
dude.
whatever floor I got it, like
Yeah.
16th or
Yeah.
7th, some
Yeah.
ridiculous
I mean,
number,
yeah.
man.
Like
Nighttime
you like,
craziness.
I mean, especially at that age, like you grow up and like, you have your calms with your parents and you have your calms with this and that, blah blah. It just changed my perspective on everything. And like, even though I continued to go through, whatever spats with my parents and this and that, it completely changed my perspective and how like strong they were for me. And like moments where like, I know they wanted to break down and they wanted to fucking be like, this is tough and I can't believe we're in this right now.
But
You
they
know
were
what I mean?
there,
Like they
yeah.
never imagined that they'd
No, yeah.
be going through this shit.
but do you also
And like, you threw me off. But like they were so strong for me in moments that like I felt like I like I said, I was the weakest I've ever fucking been. I was drugged up. I was fucking feeling terrible.
Yeah.
And they stayed strong for me, and they made sure that I kept on, going and I stayed in it because like shit is fucking crazy, dude, and it happens real fucking quick. And you wake up and you're like, I didn't fucking need this right now. You know what I mean?
of
But like,
course.
life comes at you fucking fast, and you got to be able to fucking
No,
just roll with the
100%.
punches.
I don't
Yeah.
need. I didn't need this right now.
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
You never know. But also, do
Yeah.
you think your perspective on your parents has anything to do with like having
Uh-huh.
such an involvement with your nephews now? Because
Yeah.
you see like
I mean, now
what it's like to
especially, yeah.
experience like such young
Yeah.
kids in your life, and
Of
like
course.
when it's yours, like
And
wow,
like, yeah. I mean, now, like, switching to my nephews that, are now 9 months and 5 months, like, you want, like, I've felt the most emotional I ever have in my life, just imagining, like, any hardships for them to fucking go through. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather, me personally, take any hardships that either of them would ever go through for them not to have it. So, like, I can't imagine your fucking son. And like, oh, dude, man. I mean, I'm more grateful that I could ever fucking put that they were.
It's good that you
How
mentioned
strong
that.
they were.
I like
Yeah.
what you said there.
Yeah.
Bro,
100%.
it broke like the fact
Dude,
that an
yeah.
uncle like can
Yeah.
feel that.
yeah.
Like
Right.
not many uncles
Right.
feel that, and not many
Exactly.
aunts feel that
I-
close.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
take a
Absolutely.
bullet or a car for my niece and nephew.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
they're not even mine.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly right.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Anthony. I was like, I was
Yeah.
laughing with him last week because I'm like, yo, bro, you're probably gonna see a weird side of me that you've never seen before. But
Uh-huh.
when it comes to my nieces, man, like
Fact.
I'll do the world for
Fact.
them.
yeah.
And they were exposing me. They haven't even
Yeah.
mentioned all of it, but like,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of things I do for them. Like, I was in financial,
Mhm.
like what the one part I'm not gonna tell them, even though
Yeah.
they're not ignorant to it. They
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like me helping them put me in like horrible financial debt.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those like they still paid me what
Yeah.
they could, but
Yeah.
like that shit put me up
Yeah.
a fucking
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
against a fucking wall, and I'm like
Yeah.
trying to work this job, work
Right.
that job,
Right.
and still do my own thing while
Yeah.
helping my brother's kid, my
Yeah,
sister's
yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was definitely, but it was worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
No, 100%.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So
Dude.
I definitely see that your parents, bro, no matter what,
Yeah.
especially in
Yeah.
hard times.
But I think that like
Yeah.
when you experience like your own niece or nephew,
Yeah.
it gives you a different perspective into what
Yeah,
your
man.
parents see you or
Yeah.
experience with
Yeah,
you.
of course.
Because you're like, if I would do this for somebody that is
Yeah.
not like mine, like I can't
Yeah.
imagine like how
Or you would do it for your own
Yeah.
fucking
exactly,
kid, man.
you know,
you know,
exactly.
it-
Somebody that looks like you or looks like the person
Yeah.
that you like decided to have them
Right.
with. Like you, every time you look at them, you see one of you guys, or you
It's
listen
love.
to them, you hear
Yeah.
one of you guys.
You
Like
hear the younger you, the
Yeah.
younger
that
you,
has
or
to
version
be
of you.
so surreal,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so
Fact.
surreal.
Have you guys seen? Well, I know I grew up in a fucking really Spanish household, so a lot of my nieces are like closer to my age now.
Yeah.
So I got to see them block. That's why I say like I'm experiencing the. I don't want to fucking word this wrong.
Mm.
The like the I've seen them grow up.
Yeah.
Like they're there. They're
Yeah.
adults.
No,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
and
24,
I'm-
that's crazy.
yeah, man. Like it's fucking nuts to see my niece, young ladies, good professions,
Yeah.
higher education than me. You
Right.
know,
Right.
one of my nieces has a master's
Beautiful.
degree. The other one's
Oh,
gonna
wow.
be pursuing to be possibly a lawyer. God
Oh,
forbid
shit.
everything works
Word,
out.
yeah.
So like, like
Yeah.
I can see how important I was
Yeah.
in just the accolades I had
Right.
to my parents. If
Yeah.
I'm this
Yeah.
proud of my nieces,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God knows what the fuck I
Dude,
did for my
yeah.
parents'
No
happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like being first generation.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Like that they were like, oh, this is why I did it. Like,
Yeah.
this is where.
I mean, that's why, like, yeah, first generation, man. Like, any story I hear of like first generation parents, it blows my fucking mind. Because, like, I feel like the shit we deal with is so fucking small, our day to
Yeah, I
day,
know.
and we
Yeah.
bitch about it so fucking much. And it's like, dude, they've went through some of the fucking hardest times,
No, yeah.
done like whatever, like
Yeah.
things that are considered crimes and shit to fucking make it over here, and like they're fucking doing it.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, within
Yeah.
reason, not fucking
Yeah.
robbing and shit, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Immigration is a fucking hassle over here, so they
Yeah.
got to do their own grind to fucking make it, and like.
Oh, yeah. For you to have
You
the
gotta
ability
fucking
to
respect
go,
it. Yeah,
you speak American.
exactly. Yeah. Bro, it's incredible.
The fact that they can say they go into a country
Yeah.
where they don't know the dick of English, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Right.
that's so fucking nuts.
Yeah, for real.
I can't imagine right now if you told me, "Hey, Puka, go to this country and work and do this
Yeah.
for your family."
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Right.
It, like buy a home, start
With-
a life,
yeah,
like
with zero money, by
Yeah.
yourself,
Have
with no
kids, raise
education.
them.
yeah.
Dude, it
Yeah.
is unreal. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Gamble's not the right word for it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
It's
It's,
literally
it's
like
sacrifice.
like
Yeah,
faith and belief.
sacrifice.
Like
Yeah,
you have to have
exactly.
the utmost faith and belief to do
Yeah,
this.
seriously, because it does
Exactly.
not make sense on paper, but like they just have such drive and such determination and such like
Yeah.
an end goal that like I mean, speaking for my parents personally, that like nothing was gonna fucking stop them from making it. So like the shit they fucking went through and like the couple of stories that I hear just because whatever, but like I don't know their fucking entire lives and the tiny things I've heard have been fucking crazy.
yeah.
So like I commend them beyond belief that, you know, whatever version of them that I have that, you know, we get into arguments, we have misunderstandings, blah, blah, blah. The shit they've been through, I would have been a worse fucking human being than they are. So like I commend them beyond belief because it's like,
No, yeah.
bro,
And,
like you've been through shit. You know what I'm saying?
And like I'm
Yeah.
second generation. I'm not even first
Yeah.
generation, but I've been to like where my grandfather grew up
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico, and like
Yeah.
I saw like
Crazy.
the area he lived in, and I was like, that's crazy. He just came here with $1 and a dream,
Yeah.
essentially, and was like,
Right.
we're gonna fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
And like I don't know that I could do that.
Now, another
Like-
generation speaking about
Seriously,
it.
yeah.
Second generation speaking about it. It's
Exactly.
fucking
It's a
nuts.
beautiful thing.
That's what I want, man. Like I want third, fourth generation
Yeah,
Pukas to be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, you guys know that guy, David Puka, with
Yeah.
his weird podcast? Like that guy started something for
That's
us.
awesome.
Like that guy helped these two nieces, that helped these two people,
Yeah,
that helped
yeah,
these three people
yeah, yeah.
to be in the position that we're fucking in.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be remembered for, just in my
Yeah,
family,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I just want to be like, yo, that guy was a
Yeah.
fucking important step
Yeah.
to progression, to
Yeah.
the future. Like
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, when we die, like everyone knows this. We don't take shit
Right.
with us, bro.
Facts.
But also like
That's fine.
your impression that you leave isn't always like based on the success that you had in your
Right.
life.
Correct.
You
Right.
can be based on just the person that you were, and like
Yeah.
that's what they remember you for. And
Exactly. The impact. The
that I
impact
could
you
have
do.
that's what I'm saying. I could have a bigger impact on them than any other successes you may have had.
I agree 100%.
That's a beautiful point, bro.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. That's good.
Seriously.
Yeah, because wealth doesn't mean shit. Because there are wealthy
No,
people
yeah.
that leave their legacy to their
Dickheads.
fucking
Right.
to their
yeah,
douchebag
right.
kids, and
Right.
they're just remembered
Yeah.
as horrible.
Exactly.
Like everything that good person did now is remembered.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing's remembered. It's
Yeah.
just this shitty individual that took over the
They
money.
put them in a retirement home and then fucking never visit them again or whatever.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
But also, it's interesting to think about because there are people that grew up with nothing, and they're like, "Oh, if I had money in my life, it would have been so much different."
right.
And that's their only drive to like
Yeah.
progress. And they're like, "Oh, now I have money, so like
Right.
I'm the best." And I gave my kids all the money they could ever think of,
Yeah.
and so that makes me a good parent. But
Right.
like they didn't
Right.
give them the other
Love,
Right.
essential
attention.
things that
Right.
they needed.
Validation. Yeah.
There's some people that honestly do it for the intent of having a wealthier life and really do mean good.
Mhm.
But like you said, they leave out everything that was important
Right.
that their poor parent did for them. Like
Right.
love, attention,
Right.
care, like having faith in them. You know what I mean?
But also, if you think about it, it's so easy to get caught up in the money.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
Like so
Exactly.
easy.
I mean, it's quantifiable. You start seeing it fucking grow and expand, and you're like, "Oh, I'm doing everything right. I got to keep going." But the biggest thing is you got to find the balance. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to be, you know, the bread maker. You got to be the fucking good parent. You have to be the bad cop sometimes. Like you have to be around the fucking kids.
But I was
like,
like,
it's yeah.
no, I was gonna say, I think our generation though, like we
Yeah.
understand that more than any
Yeah.
other because
Yeah.
we've seen it, like,
Yeah.
and we know like stories from our history and
Right.
like I'm gonna say the internet, like also like gives us access to information we've never had before.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick.
So like the modern day dad is not what the dad used to
Yeah,
be like,
100%.
40 years ago even.
100%.
It's weird, man. I don't even know if there is someone in my other than my oldest niece, probably Paulette.
Yeah.
There is not a modern parent that I know. Like even my cousins are a lot older than me. They're probably like hitting their mid 40s, reaching their 50s. I don't call them a modern parent because they were living still with traditional parents like me. But like a modern parent would be like my older niece Paulette, which she's like going to integrate like the modern society today. Like she can search everything up and fucking Google, look everything up, find what she needs to do. But also like growing up in this world in this time must be really difficult for a fucking child.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Like how weird is it with the internet exposed from the very beginning?
But also they don't know any different.
Right.
Like this is the norm.
the first
to
time they're
them.
doing this. Yeah,
This is like oh, this is what everybody else is doing. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
that's true.
So also like in that perspective, they don't know any different, so they can't be that weird to them. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and do it better than the people before me.
It's crazy.
No, go ahead.
It's crazy how much like technology has transformed the idea of like society and the norm in such a small amount of fucking time. I feel like people were living
20 years, man. You're just talking about the
That's
first
what I'm
20
saying.
years.
Exactly. For
100%.
like our generation. Like people lived for so long, kind of doing the same thing and having the same rules in life. And then all of a sudden this fucking, computer that gives you access to everything that now is in the fucking palm of our hand when it would like took up this entire basement 50 years ago. You know what I mean? And like now it's like anything you can put online could theoretically ruin your life or all of a sudden make you viral and now you're fucking making tens of millions because you made that funny fucking video.
And the
You know what
crazy
I
part
mean?
is that's in one generation. Because if you even look at our parents, like they barely had a TV. Like the first black and white
Functioning
TV,
TV, yeah.
like they came out with, like they were there during the civil rights movement. Like they had the first refrigerators, like and now they have a little
Microwaves.
computer
Seriously.
in their pocket that can answer any question they have, or take a photo, or
It's scary.
connect
To
them
them.
virtually, like do
Anybody.
video chat with anybody they want to talk to.
Used to be calling cards. What are calling cards nowadays?
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Who writes
This
letters?
country's
Like,
only 10 generations old.
I know
How
that's
crazy is
Dude,
that?
insane.
How
That's
crazy is that?
crazy.
The whole country.
And like
Yeah.
I look at my like niece and nephew, like my niece, like she'll take my phone. She knows exactly where YouTube is. She knows exactly what videos she wants to watch.
Right.
She may not know how to spell it out, but she'll tell me what it is
Or
and how to
correct it
get
for
there.
Right, exactly.
It'll correct it for it, which is so scary too. Because I know I used the example of previous times. I didn't even know you can like. Obviously now I know, but I think this might have been now 3-4 years ago. I didn't know they had this technology, but I didn't know you can double tap on your cell phone to like go 10 seconds up on your video.
Oh,
Like on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I had no fucking clue. Like, my nephews had to teach me.
Yeah,
Like other apps I've used, like had that before YouTube. So
Yeah, you see, like I had no
always
fucking.
But even
clue.
like you can Google images. Like you can take an image,
Yeah.
put it in
Oh, yeah.
Google, and like search
It's
that.
insane.
yeah.
And like that's something I didn't know for a while.
Yeah.
And that's been around.
That's the fucking other thing. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, to speak on that. Now our kids today are growing up with AI,
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was about to say too.
right?
Dude, like technology is this conversation now. AI is exponentially fucking driving that even quicker. Like fucking now, like kids can type in like puppies playing in the snow in the backyard, and like it's
Image.
giving them a fucking video
AI
now.
image, yeah.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like
Kids have AI writing their papers for them,
opportunity is endless.
doing
Yeah.
their
I have
homework.
a question for you guys. Do you think kids today, especially when they're having confrontations or maybe not be agreeing with their parents,
Yeah.
which scares me, do you think they're fucking in their AI system searching up, did my parent do this correctly by doing this to me?
Do I think that's impossible?
No, do you think it's happening?
There's definitely a kid or two out there writing their AI. Like, how do I make my parents do what I want them to do?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like, how do I get my parents to let me go to the sleepover or go to the game on
Fucking
Friday?
A, bro. That's fucking creepy.
Well,
bro.
the craziest part is that's been happening already for a while on fucking Reddit. Like these super young kids that shouldn't really be on the internet / be on Reddit are submitting these posts to Reddit, and they're like giving them like the confirmation bias of like, yeah, you're right, your parents suck, you should fucking move out, blah blah, and this and that. And they're giving them,
that's true.
I mean, not terrible advice, but advice that is specific and
From an
not
angry, emotional person,
exactly
and
right,
a young person,
and they're always going to agree with them and be like, your parents suck, fucking do this and that, blah blah. It's scary that, and it's young kids, and they're just getting so influenced by what they read.
It was
online.
there before, but it was just like in like
hidden, right?
name screen name.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
100%.
that was
our
no,
version.
that was the
That
Tumblr
was our
days.
version.
That Tumblr.
Yeah.
That was Reddit is the new Tumblr. It's like Reddit is like Tumblr and Twitter like had a baby.
I don't. You know what's crazy? I don't use Reddit for shit, but my nephews tell me about it all the time, and I always tell them. I always
You
try
can
to
find
be.
anything you need on Reddit.
Yeah, it's so true.
And
They
all
tell
the
me that,
information in the world ends up there first.
Yeah.
which is fucking
Like I would say the hierarchy for like social media goes Reddit, Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Facebook.
You guys use Reddit?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to fucking use it. Like I don't.
I don't like
just
actively
different websites.
Yeah, I don't like
Angel's
submit
a
shit.
big
I
Reddit
just go
user.
on like NBA, soccer, Chelsea.
But what does it do? Like links
It's
you to the
literally
website?
just websites.
Well, they're
That
called like
you can literally
subreddits.
go to the main page, which is just like what's popular.
Gotcha.
But then you can type in
Soccer. Let's say
soccer, and you can just go straight to soccer. So it's basically people who post soccer related videos. So like every goal is on there.
And they
It's like
tag
goals
it.
from like
In, like,
Swedish
minutes, too.
league
Yeah.
in minutes exactly.
He
Live.
found out that Kobe died on Reddit before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, let me check
Kobe's
Twitter.
dead.
And I checked Twitter. And then it took me a few minutes, but then I found it.
But it's basically people just posting links to articles.
Shout out Kobe.
Holy
So, like-
R.I.P. Kobe. Yeah.
So like, let's say Kobe
RIP
dies, you know, Woj would put out the Woj bomb, you know,
Aw.
fucking Kobe's dead. But then Reddit someone would post that to Reddit and like a link to Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's just links to other
Right.
portions of websites.
Yeah.
But people just use it more as a.
I guess you can like comment
like a
on it and
forum.
talk about
So
it.
like I
forum,
feel
yeah.
like
It's a forum,
Twitter is
exactly,
more
yeah.
social.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's
You
more
can
of a
like
forum.
tweet at people and like retweet people's like stuff. Whereas like Reddit is just a forum for like unlimited information.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I was at the gym today and I opened up like soccer and I saw like some Real Madrid crazy ass red cards and I like watched the full 1 minute video of like the ref ending the game to like all the players running up to him and screaming at him. Like, and I don't know where I would go to. I'd probably find it on Twitter somewhere, but like
You'd have
I
to
just
keep
don't
searching.
know.
Like you.
and like it's just easier to have like a congregated area where soccer posts will come and
I
like,
get it.
people will post
Like
that. That's just
Twitter
what I
like
use.
is more for engagement. Reddit is just more for information.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Maybe I'll start using Reddit a lot more.
I mean, there's just a lot
I
of
know fucking
information.
clue.
Because like
And
if
it-
you go
like-
on Twitter, it's like you click on a video or you click on a post and it's just a bunch of people replying and like their
Nonsense.
opinion.
yeah.
Yeah. And like sometimes it's credible and
Yeah.
a lot of times it's not.
Right.
Whereas Reddit, it's just people like commenting on whatever
Right.
like that is or adding more information to
Right.
whatever like has already been posted and they have popular. So like
Mhm.
whatever is trending in the day is on there.
Wow. Holy fuck.
And it's crazy that it gets so specific too. So you can get to like, you know, the most random like I don't know, like bakeries in Long Island subreddit. And it'll be like people who are devout to fucking like reviewing bakeries or blah blah blah. It just gets so specific that
Yeah.
you can find any answer like any
niche.
question I type into
Yeah,
Google, like, you know, S24 Ultra, I'll put Reddit next to it because, like, anything coming from Reddit I can trust to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
he said, it's like the discourse is a little better,
Yeah.
and you feel like
No filtration.
more
no-
information.
No, bullshit.
You know, you'll get exactly. You'll
It's
get
not
more
like click this link
information.
and send you the most
Exactly.
random shit that's trying to
Yeah.
sell you something.
However,
Yeah,
that being
right,
said,
right.
you know, speaking of AI, you know, the internet's
Yeah,
probably
it's
run by
scary. That's
AI, and like,
Yeah.
how much can I trust anything I read?
Yeah.
You know,
I tell Anthony all the time because
Yeah.
he's a big believer that it's doing a lot of good, but I
Yeah.
really truly believe that AI I think it gets to a point like he says there's systems in place, but what stops a super smart computer allowing people to blockade it and restrict it?
right.
You know,
I just think of fake videos.
Connected to the internet. Like there's no AI forum out there that's connected.
Right now, at least.
Right now.
Yeah.
but
but isn't it, no, hold on, isn't that not
true?
true? Because doesn't
There's nothing.
Twitter's AI learn from Twitter?
No, but it doesn't have unlimited access
It's
to like
all just
surf the web.
But who
computing.
says that?
Computer
That's
learning
the part I'm trying to
modules.
tell you.
Oh,
It, like right, there's a restriction on it. They smart people work on it to make sure that doesn't happen. That it just stays on Twitter, learns from its own tweets and everything that's being put onto that. But to the point, it's like if it's so smart, right? Like maybe I'm just sounds like a crazy conspiracy.
No,
theorist,
we
like-
don't have Ultron yet. Ultron's not out
No,
yet. We have like we have
Ultron,
machine
yeah.
learning programs which are like collecting data.
like it can't.
trying to
and like
mimic,
AI can learn,
you
but
know.
only learn in the parameters in which it's given.
Yeah,
It can't create its own parameters.
Exactly.
Until
we're
it
not
realizes
there
how
yet.
to grow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Then
The
we're
potential
on
is
Ultron
there.
and it's over.
No,
It's
yeah,
a
never-
wrap.
I don't know, bro. I
At
don't
this
know.
point, we're like making rules.
You sound
Robert
too
Downey Jr.
for it.
better
You know
put on
what's
that
crazy?
suit.
I wish you could give me that answer, but not sounding so calm. Like I feel like that's the whole
That's
point.
Dan.
Of it,
Dan's
you
a
know?
calm guy.
No, because I mean, like you don't
What
have
the fuck?
you don't have any like questions to it. You really feel like it just stuck to its
Well, Dan's an
parameters.
optimist.
we all. I'm
Dan's-
sure we all.
Dan's
have
an
No, I will say I'm an optimist. He's right. I'm an
He's
optimist.
an optimist,
Like I think that the ability, like, could it go wrong? Sure, but here's the thing: the fact that the public has access to it means that it's probably at least 10 to 15 years old as far as technology. Because military
That makes sense.
advancements and things like that, they
That makes
always
sense.
get that first,
Yeah.
and they're using it. They've been using it for 10 years before we even get our hands on
I
it.
truly believe that. Yes.
And so, if the fact that we're getting AI now means that like it can't be that fucked up because we haven't nuked each other
Okay,
yet.
but this is just the beginning.
No, of course.
This is greater than
But,
like
like,
electricity.
no,
was.
but anything
Can you
that
explain the
happens,
Chat GBT case for the U.S. military?
Yes,
I don't
Dan,
know. About
please
that.
explain that.
I can't explain that. I don't know.
So, like, I don't know what technology has been like held in the government sector because they're not the innovators.
No, yeah.
Like consistently, they don't have programmers because they
No,
test for marijuana.
they're not the innovators,
so
but
they
they
don't
know
got
how to
programmers.
give the innovators the money to be like, oh, I'll come work for you.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's not the most.
I think they're
lucrative.
strict. They're
wait.
stringent
What are we
with, like,
talking about? I'm confused.
He's just talking about how like ChatGPT is like the big AI module, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know everything. So in my head, what he was saying is like ChatGPT was held by the U.S. government first
Yeah.
before
Well,
being
No,
released to the
but
public.
ChatGPT
And I
has
don't
no
think
connection
that
to
is-
the internet. It's only based on whatever information is fed into it previously.
For now.
For now,
For now,
agree.
yeah.
I mean, yes, it doesn't have access.
But I don't
to,
think
like,
that
the
AI
windows.
is something new. I think that that's something that's been around for a long time. We just have gotten more access to it recently.
You guys
we
want to
have
know a fun
AI
fact?
yet.
You guys want to know a fun fact?
AI.
AI's
Fun
been
fact.
around for 80 years.
Holy shit.
It's been around since computers have been around. They've always been trying to.
Yeah.
because
do
you
that.
feed something, right, and it gives you back a response.
Yeah, I mean, literally, computers in themselves are a form of artificial intelligence.
Right.
They're not smart at all.
I mean, the term is just a fucking
No,
loose,
I
like, pop
think
term.
they're
yeah.
just super calculators
Yeah.
still. We haven't
Yeah.
got to that
Yeah.
point, breaking point. yet.
Right. And it's gonna happen, and Terminator's gonna come out.
So explain that a little
Sarah
further.
Connor.
Like,
Shout out.
You said it's
Shout
been
out
around
to-
for 80 years, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it hasn't been advanced probably for
Yeah.
a while, but I think the government had capabilities like 30, 40 years ago with what we're seeing today a little bit. So,
Now,
but
do I
what-
think that the government creates it every time? No, but do I think somebody creates it and the government gets to it before the public really knows about it? I think more times
Yeah.
yes than no.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's tough to say.
Yeah, a lot of
I
the
think our
time that's the
government's
case.
very dumb.
Why?
It's just in general. Like I think giving them credit for hiding aliens is enough. Like I don't think they hide AI
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like, I
hold
think
on. I
aliens
like
is
this
just
topic. I
enough.
like
Yeah,
this
let's
topic.
go, let's go,
I like
let's
this
go.
topic. Hold on.
Hold on. So you're saying it's more plausible that they were
Yes.
capable of hiding aliens from us than
Yes.
AI?
Yes.
I don't think the government's hiding aliens from us. I think aliens are just hiding from us. You know what I mean? Like I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like
Yeah.
the farther away you get, because like what is it? Light speed only goes a certain
correct.
amount of
Right.
speed. So like the farther away you get, the like farther away an image is. So like theoretically, if you go farther away from the like America, like not America,
But
but the like Earth, you would be looking back at it, but you wouldn't see it in real time. You would
correct.
see
You
it.
see it in the
right.
different times.
So I think
Look
that
back.
like there's a possibility that aliens are so far away from us that they're not seeing us in real time.
Of
No,
course, yeah, yeah.
here's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Two
That's
things.
fair. That's
One,
I've
actually
heard that.
true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
absolutely
One,
true.
I've heard that theory
I
before.
absolutely believe
No.
that because we're like one galaxy out of
Yeah.
whatever,
No,
right?
but that's my
But
point.
two, I
So
think
like
there
they
are
look at us,
active
they're seeing
aliens.
like dinosaurs. So they're like, what the fuck am I gonna go there
Maybe-
for?
I think there are active aliens.
I would have
observing
gone
us.
seen dinosaurs.
Did you guys told me you were watching the Cat Williams thing?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Joe Rogan one, yeah.
You don't think he made an interesting point where he said that there was definitely beings here that weren't supposed like they talk about fucking a spaceship in the fucking Bible.
Yeah.
No,
Like
yeah.
one of the
well,
books,
the pyramids, like they exist in so many different places in the world, and they weren't tombs; they were like power sources.
Yeah.
Correct. And also like I mean I feel like I agree with your point that they definitely see us from time, but I think they've been here and they just travel whenever they fucking want to travel. Or some people are living here and don't want to be
You
discovered.
think they're like blending in?
Yeah, I think so.
The aliens are blending in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Men in Black, shout out.
No, I mean,
I don't
it
think
doesn't make
blending in. I don't see
I
the
don't,
point.
yeah, I don't know. Because
Yeah, what's the
It has to
point?
if
be
you
like a
have
purpose.
no, because if you have the technology to come here and like go whenever you please, why would you want to hang out with us?
Because I feel like there's rules
'Cause we're
and
cool as
regulations.
shit.
No, I feel like
Yeah,
there's
okay.
Think about it
They're like,
like
why
us.
am I gonna hang out with this
Yeah,
primitive
that's okay.
species that are
Nah,
fucking
because think about
like
it.
killing their planet,
Maybe
and I
it's-
can
I'm
come
able
and
to
go
blend
whenever
in.
I
The
want.
only
It's like a 30-minute drive for them.
What if we're an experiment to them?
Heroin is like the perfect drug. It's like drinking beer for me.
Only humans were dumb enough
I
to
love
make
doing heroin with like.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I feel like it's plausible. I feel like they could just be literally not chilling here, like they're fucking. Let's chill with the fucking humans, but I feel like they're like monitoring us,
Yeah.
making sure to see like what we advance to, what we become. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we're just entertainment for them.
Correct.
Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, is it also that crazy to think that we're the most advanced population in the entire galaxy?
Oh,
That we
Yes.
know of.
Entire galaxy.
Yes.
That we know of.
But the
I mean, the galaxy is
ever
theoretically
expanding.
infinite. That's
So
what I'm
if
saying,
the
yeah.
expansion started somewhere around where we are, is it that implausible to think that we are the most advanced?
I mean, there's a percentage. It can never be zero.
But that's if you believe in just carbon-based life forms, and I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, it can never be zero.
That's a
Okay.
whole
It's a
topic.
possibility.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
fair. I'm not
Is it
saying
likely?
that
No.
that it's 100% certain that
Yeah.
we're the only ones,
No.
Yeah.
but I
it's
don't think it's that crazy to
Yeah.
think
No, yeah.
that we're the only ones.
There's a
I'm
Or the
not
most
worried that is,
advanced.
though.
I think
hope
it
that's
is
not the case.
crazy to think that we're the only
Oh, that's
ones.
what we
Yeah,
were
but
talking
But hold on.
genuinely think it
No,
is
no,
crazy.
because hear me out. Even if
Because you're one out of like a billion.
who's calling you, Angel?
Mariah.
Oh,
You're one out of
Shout out
1
Mariah.
billion.
no, but if there are other
Galaxies more.
civilizations like they're out there like us, even just like us, they would not have the capability to find us
Why do you say
Why not?
that?
We can't find
because we can't find them. Yes,
But that's if we were the most advanced.
but that's what I'm saying. If they're
We
even,
have
I'm not talking
everything
about like
of a
them.
carbon-based like
From
life
our
form
knowledge, we're the
perspective.
most
One
advanced
at a
in our
time.
But even if we're
Right.
not the most advanced,
We
if there are
jump at
other
too much.
civilizations out there that are equally advanced, they would have the same issues we have.
If they were equally advanced.
But it's not implausible to think that there are
It's
other
not
civilizations.
implausible.
Look, guys, there's a calculation, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
It's called the Fermi paradox. They
Uh-huh.
calculated basically based on how many planets there are,
Yeah.
how many stars there are, and like the probability that it's in the correct area, like
Yeah.
for life that is
Again-
carbon based.
Again, that's
Hold
another
on, let me
thing.
finish.
They
Let me
carbon-based.
Yeah. So just for carbon based,
Yeah.
like the probability is so high
Mm.
that there's at least one. There's actually, I think the number is like in the billions of like different instances.
I don't think it's billions, but it's like this is like the perfect like
well.
population zones. Like there's a decent percentage.
Well, you're talking
You
about a trillion stars on like a couple 100 billion stars to a trillion stars per galaxy.
Yeah.
Right.
With each star has like 8 planets,
And then you
About
ones
20
with
planets.
water.
and then each there's like billions of galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers are crazy.
Yeah.
So the chances, you could probably find billions.
Here's a weird high
I'm
question.
not saying there aren't
Yeah.
other civilizations, but I
No.
think that they might be almost as advanced as we are.
Yeah,
I don't think
or
they're
even more.
light years ahead of us.
So you really
Okay.
don't believe in aliens because you don't think anyone's matching our advancements right now?
I don't think
The
aliens don't
church,
exist.
like-
I just don't think that they visited here and we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's possible.
Real question
but
then.
likely.
I really want to mention this. How do you think the pyramids were built? Like, I want your honest opinion.
I've seen something where it's basically like this literally a dude in his backyard lifting a 2-ton brick by himself with like math.
You got to send
Basically
me
math.
Oh,
He's
engineering is
literally,
crazy.
It's basically math, and he's basically like, if you move it like this, you can pivot it slowly, and it would get to the where you need to do. I'll find the video
Yeah,
and I'll
please
send it
send that
to
to
you.
me, 'cause I
But I
love
promise
shit.
you, I watched it and I was like, it does make sense. Like, you know, like it's basically like gears.
There
So
were
you're talking
people
about
that
billions of
knew.
blocks.
No,
Yes,
we're
I
talking
know, it's
about like
crazy.
even like before civilizations, like Babylonian era. Like people knew that the Earth was round.
Yeah, of course. That's what he talks about. too.
Shadows.
Yeah. The Earth was
So,
round.
the people-
So do you believe in that theory that Kat said, where he said that there might have been a time where we were more advanced than we are now, but something fucking happened in this Earth where it just had to.
The library burned down. Like, we know that. Period.
Possibility too. 100%.
The library.
I
of
don't
Alexandria
think maybe
was
more,
burned.
but I think just as much. They just didn't have the ability to create what we have created this day and age.
Let me ask you, why is it that you believe that they couldn't have surpassed us? Or even like other, life forms and shit. That seems to be like a big thing for you, that you don't think they could have been the same as us, but not more than us. Why do you think?
Wait, we're also talking about just the past or in
In
general?
general as well as the past.
No, I'm not saying that they haven't,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that I think
You don't think so, though?
Yeah, I think that it would have been more of like a big deal.
Do you think that us as humans I mean, damn. If it's really the peak of evolution with us, that's kind of sad. We're kind of shitty, and like we're going through some crazy times that would not be best case scenario. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're
destroy our entire society.
Yeah, I
we are
saw that
not
shit.
advanced at
In
all.
seconds.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme, in seconds.
I want to also ask you something. You said that the library shut down. Do you think there were more people like smarter and as smart as Elon Musk roaming
No,
around
I
the
don't
world?
think there were as many people smarter. I think, looking at like feudalistic governments and things of that nature, knowledge was very much centralized. However, like great libraries burning down and things of that nature, you lose a lot of knowledge because again,
because of war and all that shit. And
like here
natural
we have
disasters.
like things in some permanent sense, but there it's like anything is just a generation or two. Like if it's gone there, it's gone. Period.
Yeah.
If it's not written, like it's lost. Period.
Yeah, history was very fragile.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's also why I say like not more advanced because like you're talking about bow and arrows versus nuclear weapons.
Well, that's the thing too. Is if you think about it, it only takes a few.
Well, I mean, they were also,
Like,
but these are the humans that were
Yeah.
discovering Earth, that were discovering these tools, resources.
No,
No one knew how to fucking make fire until
Yeah.
someone
Right.
rubbed fucking
Right.
wood together.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like they were the people first discovering all this
That's
shit.
the thing is if you think about it though, it's only a few like genius minds that take like coming together to like bring a generation into a next fucking level. Because like, how many people back in the day could have been discovering fire, but just didn't have enough heads to listen to him or grasp it? And fucking that one guy had a good enough group that were smart enough that were like, oh shit, this makes sense. Let's pass this down. But like, how many other people were like, yeah, bro, fucking fire? And the other guys are like, bro, I'm getting drunk off of fucking fermented grapes. Fuck your fucking fire.
Yeah,
know
but
what I
you
mean?
can say
Like,
that in like
who
every
knows?
generation.
You can say that right
Well,
now.
that's my point. That's my point. Is it
Yeah.
takes a couple of collective minds.
You know what's funny? I
Yeah,
thought
it
about that
takes-
too
yeah.
before. I thought
Yeah.
about that too, where they definitely started a fire, and
Yeah.
they like these people that had never seen this before, were like this guy's the devil, kill him.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then said anyone that tries to start fire for the next fucking 100 years,
Exactly,
you're gonna fucking
though.
die.
Dude.
You know
We
what I
saw
mean?
that in the Salem witch trials. How many times history repeats itself that had to fucking happen? Like people who are like,
thought about that
What's
shit before.
funny about the Salem witch trials is I think we killed like 3 or 4 people.
yeah,
Like,
right. It wasn't
period.
even that grand. Of a
Period.
shit. Yeah.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can look it up.
Oh.
You can go to Salem. They're like, yeah, we kind of executed like 3 people. Like,
Well, they're gonna lie about it. They're gonna
They
flip
brought
it.
like 10 or 12 people to like trial,
Yeah.
but it was really 3 or 4
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
In Europe, they were
Yeah.
murdered thousands,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
thousands of witches trials and stuff
Europe
like
was
that.
going through it.
But Salem was just like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of what we
yeah.
have.
It's such a small area.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
small.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Massachusetts.
I thought it was in the like
No,
thousands.
it's
Wow.
really not. It's actually
It's
like,
in the single digits.
yeah, it was honestly. I was honestly very
Yeah.
what's like
Underwhelmed?
whelmed. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
that's what we're killing. Like
3 or
you
4.
know,
That's not
terrible
Yeah.
torture
Yeah.
methods.
We're not
but,
in the
like,
tens, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
We never entered
Yeah.
this.
Next order of magnitude.
That's fucking crazy.
I think the biggest thing, I mean, 3 is not that overwhelming, but it's the idea that there was such a mass fucking hysteria of like people losing their minds and fucking like, fucking gangs forming about this shit. Like it's crazy. I mean, like you get enough dumb, gullible people, you can do anything. And so now the internet, fucking X and fucking Reddit and shit,
Of
you can form these masses of people who believe the craziest shit. And it's like, bro, where do we find ourselves? And now like the overpopulation / internet offering everyone everything. It's insane. It's so easy to fucking get a group of nonsensical fucking people doing nonsensical shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I mean, crazy times too,
need-
though.
Yeah.
It's believable too.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You just need somebody to believe in your cause, and
Yeah,
you can get
yeah.
a huge following.
And it's too easy. Yeah.
I mean, look at January 6th.
Yeah. yeah, for real. That
Attacking the
shit's crazy.
Capitol,
It's
like the people are like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this and be fine. Like nothing's gonna happen to us."
Seriously.
Fucking got arrested, got put
Yeah.
on trial, people serving
And it was
time.
blowing their minds. Where it was like, bro, you didn't.
How
have-
could
at
this happen?
Yeah, like
I'm an American. This is the most
Yeah.
American thing I've done.
It's crazy though. Some people really believe that they can, and don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think we're up to the point where we should be like doing that to our government. But
Yeah.
if shit hits the fucking fence, I
Yeah.
think we should have. People should feel empowered to. No, I feel like number-wise, good people. They're definitely good. We just don't hear them because there's so much stupid shit that we
It's
pay
a
attention
solid
to.
majority.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The government definitely steals from us. Like that's I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, no, facts, bro. Complete facts.
100%.
I don't know how the fuck we got this topic,
Yeah.
but
It was good.
we're gonna yeah, it was definitely good.
Tangent.
We're gonna hit our last topic just because
Last
we're
topic, rapid fire.
and no before rapid fire.
Okay.
The last one before rapid fire.
Okay.
It applies more to us, but maybe you can guide us in a better direction if we
Okay.
start.
Alright.
Oh, it's a
Fitting
young
out-
you want
boy.
me to?
Young boy over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, but it's the last one. Yeah.
TikTok?
All right, guys. So, some of us are entering our 30s, or have already.
Ooh.
So let's talk about that. Like, what's changed? What's going on? Anything different? You know.
Yeah.
I'll speak. I'm really just pressed about being in a permanent rent trap, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to like get to the stage where I can buy a house. But then I'm at the stage where I'm like, I don't want to own property because that's a lot of hassle and
I'm
responsibility.
trying to commit to one place.
Yeah, so it's like a terrible place to be. So as long as I can just save money, and kind of see it grow comparative to the market, knowing that I can make that purchase. Like thankfully, shout out to Babylon. They just had that serial killer. Maybe
Oh yeah, just
that
heard about
those
that.
two bodies. Maybe Babylon's a good area to look at now. Gotta look at those Zillow price drops.
Oh, there's a lot of good
You
There's a
know,
lot of
so-
good condo rental like buys in
A
Babylon.
lot of nice Babylon.
Babylon
bars
Village,
by
look
the
it up, bro.
water.
Babylon Village.
You got a train station, just because you found two bodies in the park, that doesn't mean a lot,
That's
Let's check out
that's
those prices.
that's an
Shout out
hour 45, 2 hours to the city.
That's
It's
the
already
most
an hour and
positive way.
10 to Huntington right from London right
That's the
now.
most positive thing to come
I
out of
mean-
something like that.
I
Maybe
mean,
the
to
house
be
prices
honest-
dropped.
Yeah, we're ready
be
for that
honest,
property value to drop.
thought-
We're ready.
I think I might have saw it somewhere, but it's like, you look where people get murdered, and it's like, as long as it's like, good enough school district, why not move there? It's probably just an anomaly.
No, I would
mean, hey, that's-
I would say biggest thing entering your 30s is your mindset changes a little bit. Whereas like in your 20s you were like just trying to have fun and like maybe get fucked up and like live your best life. Whereas in your 30s you're looking more to like set a foundation and like grow from there.
What you think is your best life in your 20s? Because you're
Yeah.
just trial and error.
Right.
I
Trial
mean,
and error.
we did a
Chasing the
3-week
fun.
Euro trip where we went to 7 cities and 5 different countries. Like, I would say that's living your like. At
But you
least,
know what it is? You can still do that in your 30s.
We
That's
need
the
to do that.
I
That's the
agree,
whole
but in
point
your
of the thing.
but in your 20s, you're like, wow, I can't believe I've ever had the ability to do this.
That's true.
No, some of the places we stayed at, I can't stay at again.
Yeah, no,
I
we
can't stay
traveled
in
a
a
little
hostel.
sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
I would like stay in a lot more hotels.
I don't want to get into the Netherlands story, but like I genuinely, it was an option to pay $200 for a good night, and I would pay it 10 times over now.
Yeah, of course.
But then I was just like, I'll have a knife while I sleep. Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like, it was on some real like scary.
Yeah, well, there was a time where we looked at each other and we were like, if there's a time where we're about to get robbed, we all know what we got to do.
Hey, that's facts.
But also, like, I feel like when you're entering your 30s, you don't put yourself in as like promiscuous or like
Kind of know what you want. At
not
that
scary situations, I would say, but like sketchy situations. Because you've like put yourself in enough sketchy situations. By the time you get there, you're like, okay, I know what to expect and what not to expect.
point. Yeah, exactly. I feel that.
This is only for Dan, not for all the 30-year-olds.
Oh shit! I mean, there's some.
This is Dan's answer.
Yeah, no, there are definitely more cautious people out there, but like, why?
Risk your life, motherfucker.
Yeah, you need that adrenaline rush.
All right, what was the question again?
So in your 30s, like, would you learn anything change in your life? Just
I mean, in my 20s, like I said, I mean, we had a lot of fun. We did a lot of things that we thought we needed to do, and experiences that we wanted to have that be stories of a lifetime. But yeah, I mean, once you get older and you start reaching your 30s, I mean, I always tell them I went through all of this dilemma and shit when I was like turning 29 because I was like, holy shit, now it's like 30 next year, like that means a huge thing and blah blah and this and that. But when I really broke it down and thought about it, I was like, what does it mean? And like, what does it really change about your life unless you want to change it in your own life for whatever reason? So ultimately, all these like dilemmas of like figuring out what you want to be and what you want to do and blah blah is just things that will come eventually. You know what I mean? I mean, 30 is certainly a place to put that, but You know, if you have it when you're fucking 19, or if you have that when you're fucking 35, it's your fucking life and you're just figuring it out. And I mean, ultimately, it's just got to be something that you're happy about feeling. And if you're pushing it off because you don't want to deal with it, that's not good. But if you're, you know, happy with where you're at and happy with what you're doing and you feel fulfilled, then just fucking take the ride as you want to. You know what I mean? Don't take 30 as like, oh, if I'm not here, I fucked up by now. No way. I mean, your fucking 30s are where they always say, it's the cliche saying that like your 20s are where you try everything out and your 30s are where you propel yourself in that one specific spot that you feel like you can. So it's like 20s are where you're figuring yourself out, and then 30s is where you kind of put yourself where you want to be and excel in that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, enjoy your 20s when you can, and you know, it doesn't mean shit.
Facts.
I also think it's like a societal thing where like there's this like great expectation that by the time you're in your 30s, you've like figured your shit out.
Yeah.
And like I think you could have figured your shit out by the time you get to your 30s, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are where you want to be.
Yeah.
I don't know that like makes you farther back than anybody else.
Yeah,
I just think that if your 20s are figuring shit out, then when you get to your 30s, you figured it out, and now it's time to like do what you want to do.
it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why whenever you see young parents, it's like you.
No, yeah, but also
You
you
know,
got to
it's
think
sad.
about like my mom
Shout out
had
to
her
our
first kid when she was 21. Like when back in the day, people were having babies in their like early 20s,
Yeah.
and like now,
crazy.
like most people,
Seriously.
like for the majority, like
Starting
our
at 28,
generation,
30.
yeah, like they're not having their first baby till
Right.
like after 30.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, I think it's a great thing when it's done well, because it's because we've reached a whole new level of like understanding and like giving significance to like mental health and like mental development, where, you know, before it was like by 18, 19, you better be fucking owning property and you better be having 3 kids by now.
But it was
Whereas,
also
like, people have
easier
figured
back
it
then.
out that like, I mean, yeah, certainly easier, fucking cheaper and blah blah blah, but
Still
I
have
feel like
to go through their obstacles
the
and shit.
potential nowadays and like opportunity is so much more endless. Whereas there's, you know, a lot of bullshit and nonsense where people are struggling, and that's a shame. But I mean, we've reached a whole new level of like, if you need that time to figure yourself out, it's not over. You know what I mean? I mean, opportunities are fucking endless, and they're gonna get even more endless. You know what I
Correct.
mean? So it's
But
like,
even that's where we brought in like the
Yeah.
modern parent. Like
Yeah.
what a parent is today is not what a parent was, you know,
course.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
for real.
Like I think our generation,
Yeah.
man or woman, is much more aware of like emotional support as far as,
Yeah.
and also, you know,
Yeah.
financial support as far as what
course.
kids need, as opposed to back in the day it was like, oh well, if you have financial support, then that's everything you need.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or even
course.
vice versa, if you have emotional support, that's all you need. So like even though we're like poor, like, but also like
Yeah.
that weighs on kids, you know.
course.
They think about that, they
course.
experience, you know, the poverty just as much as you do,
Yeah.
even if you don't think that they're vocalizing
Yeah,
it.
I mean, them experiencing the instability, or them experiencing, you know, the financial anxieties of seeing the parents always tense and fighting and
Or
not knowing when the next
stressed,
meal's
yeah.
gonna come. Dude, kids are like so incredibly receptive, because I feel like they're not able to communicate that well, so they can like internalize a bunch of shit, and so they like their surroundings. If it's like I feel like I speak from personal experience. I like growing up, if you feel like, you know, you're around eggshells and it's very tense and like anything is gonna blow your parents up, you like avoid doing shit, and you're just that timid like people pleaser kid. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, this fucking ship is tightly fucking wound. So like, I don't want to be the fucking reason that there's a huge fucking argument and like the rest of the day is ruined. You know what I mean? I mean, they were working their asses off, and they weren't in the mood of fucking some shit eating fucking kid to be fucking talking shit about the fucking mac and cheese that they made. They're like, yo, fuck you, eat the fucking mac and cheese, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Or even like
Yeah.
feeling the ability to like ask for things.
yeah,
Because you know that you can't like afford it, or from what you've heard, they feel like they can't afford it. So you're like, why would I ask for this and like put that burden on them?
Facts.
But you're a kid, so you don't know like any better.
You have no idea what the fuck they're going through.
Seriously.
Yeah. You just hear the complaints.
No, yeah.
And a kid will highlight the negatives over the positives.
No, 100%.
Easily.
So even if they can afford it, they're not gonna ask because they don't know that they can, and they don't want to be that extra like
Be grateful.
burden.
Yeah.
It is for you.
Exactly.
Go to a nice school.
Right,
You know,
right,
you hear all the
right.
fucking sad stories and shit.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shared experiences.
Yeah, holy fuck. I don't even know what to say for my 30s. Holy fuck. All I'm going to say is something really simple. I just think that your 30s are, you know, obviously not to sound cliche, but it's a start of a new chapter. I think everything that you fucking failed on in your 20s has meant, as long as you let it, is mentally prepare you for the next chapter.
Yeah.
Like
well, they say third time's a charm, right?
Exactly. I feel like I don't know, man. I'm excited for this next chapter, man, because like I know for a fact in my 20s I've been fucking I go so high and I get slammed right back down to reality just to go right back to my fucking like where I started again. And I feel like in my 30s what I'm really excited for is that I know that if I got really high at some point in my 20s, I know I can do that, replicate it again, but now I'll have so much fucking less and so many years behind me that I know that if I do fall, I don't have to fall down to my foundation.
Right.
I know where I can fucking give in, give out a little bit, and still continue growing from there. So I'm actually,
No, yeah.
I'm
But
very
not
fucking
even that.
pumped.
Like, you know what you did before to get to where you wanted to be, so you can replicate that and do it even better this time because you know where you fucked up last time.
Yeah, failures. Yeah, the
And
fundamentals.
100%. Failure is the best teacher.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing I learned in my 20s that I'll pull away into my 30s is that perspective has such a huge fucking bearing on like your outcome. And like if you have that fucking drive because your perspective is that, you know, the end goal is right there and it's worth fucking fighting for and this and that, blah blah, you will move fucking mountains, you know what I mean, compared to if you feel like you're down on your luck and life sucks and everybody hates you and it's not worth fucking living, you're not doing anything, you know what I mean. And it's tough to say that, like, you know, obviously, I mean, you know, I've dealt with my own mental things that, like, it's easier said than done just to be like, why are you fucking sad, dude? Fucking get up. Fucking pull your pants up. Don't be a bitch. Obviously, it's not that fucking simple. But, you know, the tiny little things in your day-to-day that just change your life and change your perspective that you think don't have that much of a bearing can have a huge fucking bearing on you in the long run because it snowballs. And, like, if you feel better about yourself, you want to do better things for yourself because you care about yourself and you love yourself and it's worth fucking living. So, like, I feel like when you get to that point, it expands your life in a whole new fucking way. You know what I mean? Where like I dealt a lot of times where like I didn't fucking love myself and I felt shitty about myself and like I looked in the mirror and I was like, you fucking suck. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. You go through your fucking hard times, but when you like change your mind and you're like, you know what? No, like you're fucking awesome and you're worth fucking being around and this and that and you love yourself. Life happens, you know what I mean? Shit, it opens fucking doors, you know what I mean?
I think it's definitely easy not to love yourself, like especially the way society is. Like there are so many things that you can nitpick.
Yeah.
So like the fact that people can focus on the positive in themselves, like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's funny too? I asked my dad the other day too because I was telling him about like he was asking me questions about like he's like he sees this shit about mental health all the time in the news and to an old timer. This is a true old timer. My dad's hitting like 76. Like he would be most of your grandparents. Like, you know what I mean? So he doesn't really understand like this mental health. And I always ask him like, Dad, do you ever feel like you ever got beat up in life where you were just like? And I always had like an answer for him, and I always thought like this guy just fucking indulged in alcohol so much that he just numbed it. But he said to me, he's like, you know what? He's like, that's why I'm glad you didn't get a kid early, he said to me. Because when I had responsibilities and I had all this, I had no time to worry about what I felt.
no, 100%.
Like I had someone that I had to take care of. And he goes, even if you fucking hated yourself, your kids, those young things that you have that are seeing the world for the first time, show you unconditional love that you can't hate yourself. Like what how do you even say I don't like me if this thing that I created fucking loves me?
No, 100%. Like I think about like I said, my mom had her first kid at 21. Like I think about myself at 21. I could not imagine having something to take care of. Like I barely know who I am, let alone have to take care of this little fucking individual that's gonna, you know, hang on every word I say.
Lil Dan coming up in the
No,
30s.
for real. Like even now, like entering my 30s, I'm like, holy shit, I gotta like take care of somebody. Like if I have a baby, like that's on me. Like I gotta make sure that kid is okay. And I can't imagine me at 21, like fucking doing edibles, like smoke, like doing like no way, no way.
Dad, you okay?
Yeah,
Join the wave, kid. You're ruining my points.
literally. Yo, can you believe this little fucking ruined my high score? Like, no.
Frank over there in the sofa with a shirt over his head. Uncle Frank. What's going on? Stop it, kid. Out of here.
I go, Frank, I thought you told you to watch him.
But yeah, man. Holy fuck.
But like back then, like that was the norm. So like it's so retrospective to think like how you were then, to think that your parents like were in charge of you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because we are
Insane.
we've passed their point of being where they were living as parents.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
It's just fucking nuts.
Dude, my mom had me at 29, which I'm about to turn fucking 30. So like the fact that I was her third child in a 10-year gap. Holy shit, they were fucking established. And I dude, I couldn't even wrap my head around that. You know what I mean? So like,
I'm also the third in like a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
Imagine she was 31. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be 30. Like, I can barely imagine having a kid now, let alone having 3 kids at 31.
I can't even imagine what my mom thought. She thought that she was done having babies. Like she thought biologically it was impossible.
Yeah.
And in her early 40s, bro.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Even that, like, I can't imagine like having kids in my 30s and like, all right, I'm done, and then being in my 40s and having another one, like having to reset the clock.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My mom's turning 72 this year. She had me at 42.
Yeah,
I'm 30.
I know.
I'm 30 this month.
That
My
is
mom.
crazy.
At 42, instead of being told like you're hitting menopause, this
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, it's a boy.
It was like last possibility. She's like, this won't happen to me. It happened to her.
But that runs in my family, which is so weird. I have an aunt that had a baby at like 57.
Whoa.
Yeah, God no, no disrespect. I don't know why she's opening her legs still at 57, but bro.
No, but to be fair,
Wow.
hold on. To be fair, at 57, you don't think that's possible.
No, yeah.
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Exactly. That's
Like,
amazing.
That's very true.
Like you're not like, oh, this could happen to me. This is like, oh, go for it. I hit menopause 10 years ago. Like, you're good, bro.
That is so true.
Yeah,
That's insane.
That's why I'm afraid, bro. That's why I always say rapid Willie for me because who can have babies? Like there's no fucking tomorrow, bro. My brother has 8.
That's
My sister's
crazy.
on her 3rd. My oldest brother has 2.
Yeah.
And I'm
8. You can't go 8 to 3.
Yeah.
I'm at 0. I'm trying to keep the numbers at 0 right now.
He's trying to average that shit down.
like 8 to 3. Like 3 is a normal number. 8 is like
This guy, like, he's just
like that's like I never pull out. Like every time Jesus take the wheel.
my dad wants the legacy to live. I got him.
Yeah. It was like, this is my responsibility.
David's not doing. I got to do David's numbers, bro.
When you said you were supporting your sibling, then now you're 8. I'm like, that's all Puka, I guess.
Yo, your brother went like, oh, Brave, like, you get a puka, you get a puka, you get a puka.
It was crazy, bro. Like, obviously my parents are happy.
Yeah, of
course. I bet you my brother.
I don't know. I think your parents were happy until the 5th one. They were like, all right, come on, bro.
No, I can guarantee even till today because there's a baby. There's a baby one. He just turned 1, so they're very, very happy. And I feel like
How old's your brother? Sorry.
he's about to be 45.
Oh, wow.
Still young.
That's young. Sorry, no offense to him.
I mean, once you reach young for still pushing kids.
Yeah.
That's old for still pushing kids.
Oh, that's what I meant. Old for pushing kids because he's about to, in 5 years he'll be 50. But I'm sure that won't
No,
stop.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a brother.
Number is
that's
just.
gonna be.
Age is just a number to him.
I have a brother that's about to be 40, and like he is like, I want my demographic for kids is like 28 to 32.
Yeah.
Like I need to find a woman that age so I can have babies still.
Got to oops at this point.
That's what I told
baby
him.
Daddy.
But he's too picky.
Nah, he's gonna be a baby daddy.
That's what I said.
If not, the Barney Stinson shit's gonna happen to him.
That's what I said. Yeah, they know it. No, I literally said, I was like, the Barney Stinson, like, to him, that's him. Like, I could see that 100%. I could picture that in my mind. I could see it happening.
Let him hang out with my brother for one day.
Real, yeah.
Dan, I have
Yeah.
3 fucking.
That will change your brother's life.
Give me 3 children. I don't know how, but there's 3 future.
Where's he live? Where's he live?
We'll make it happen. We'll exchange
We got this. We got this.
We'll exchange contacts.
All right,
Oh
boys.
my God. Yeah.
Let's do some fire
Oh,
questions.
rapid fire questions. Let's
All right,
go.
How does this work? What are the rules for it?
So just
Oh,
really
yeah,
quick
yeah.
answers. You don't have to like stick on. You don't have to, but like a quick
Do you
explanation.
have to choose who answers?
No,
Do we
we're gonna
all
go around.
shout?
We're gonna go around.
Oh,
You're gonna say
round
this person. This
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
get time to think about my answer.
Yeah.
You don't
No,
get time here first.
No.
Yeah.
no, I'll let Frank start.
Okay.
And then it's just. All
I like that. I like
right,
that.
just
Off
to
the
help you
cuff.
And by the
so-
way, rapid, please.
Yeah.
As in, like,
We'll try.
we don't want you to go too fast. Like, I'm not trying to speed up. I just want the first thing that happens
Yeah.
in your brain. I want you to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they were
Even if
back
it's
to the
racist.
baby thing.
I like
Sorry.
that.
Motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
All right, so we're gonna start with this one.
You get that out, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking highlight that.
That's a clip, bro.
That's how the podcast starts.
That's the podcast.
We're gonna start with you, brother.
Oh, fuck,
All right.
okay.
What's the first thing you do if you win $1 million?
Oh, wow. The first thing I do if I win $1 million, I mean, the cliche answer, I mean, get myself and my parents a house. And then, I mean,
You might have some left over.
yeah.
Depending.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, after that.
I don't
yeah, 'cause
know.
I mean, no.
Depends where you're buying.
Yeah, like New York, you're done.
The average price in New York, you're
Yeah,
done.
I mean, New York, yeah.
Yeah, if you're buying New York, you have like maybe 2 scratches.
No, I feel like. yeah.
Like it's like
You
you're
want a house. You didn't want to.
like you want to live in Merrick, that's all gone.
You still have a mortgage.
I feel like I might like take us to a fucking like how do they do like those ranches, like those little fucking that have multiple properties type shit.
I like that.
And then I mean put the rest in fucking stocks and shit. Trying to get
So you're gonna invest.
yeah. I mean, dude, coming from Long Island, you got to be smart with your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
$1 million
And a mill's not doing that much.
I don't feel like that was a fair question because like I would do the same thing. Like I would, but I don't think I would invest it for something for me and my mom. I think I would invest it more in like a duplex or something like with multiple units that I could invest and like
Yeah.
build on it.
Very nice. Yeah. So very big investment. That's good. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would just try to put it in something that would pay me like a good percentage, because like $1 million, I can get 70 grand a year from that. You know, that's not bad. So that's what
Angel
I'm
the,
So
the
all
accountant-
I'm trying
Angel,
to
Angel the accountant,
not
soon to
work-
be CPA.
not work at some
Yo,
point.
somebody
so,
pimp his collar, bro. Somebody pimp his.
Yeah,
I love
got
it.
college
That's
today.
smart. I like it.
Everyone with investments. I love it.
That's
All
what
right. So next question, we're gonna start with you.
Okay, my turn.
If you could choose to have a superpower, what would you choose and why?
I've always said this because I don't want to interrupt any timeline. I would like a time window where any geographic location I can just take a seat and watch anything in history, period.
But not do anything.
Not do anything, just watch. So, you know, like
Any moment.
any moment.
Okay, yeah.
Any moment. I just got to put the latitude, longitude, and I get to go to that and watch like what the fuck happened. Yeah.
I like it.
Kinda, you know, and that'd be cool. Like, you know, like an AI
Like a
video
fly on the
editor
wall.
feature. You know, like I don't want to see 5 years of this shit. You
Like
know,
he doesn't want to kill Hitler, but he wants to see what he did.
Click.
That's
Like TV remote click. I like it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
All right, Dan. Let me know if you need me to repeat it, by the way.
Can you repeat it?
Yeah, sure.
What's the
So
country
if
for?
you could choose to have a superpower, what would you choose and why?
That's a hard one. I would have said time travel like Angel. I think my close second would be.
But I didn't pick time travel. I have a time window. Like I'm not traveling. I'm just viewing. Like I have an IMAX theater. I have an IMAX theater that I could just like DVR, like the Roman invasion. You know, Pompeii.
Is it wrong to say like super speed, like the Flash, because I could still travel back in time?
Why would it be wrong? No, there's no wrongness here. There's no.
I don't think
Nothing's wrong
that
with
counts.
this.
Like I think
That was a wrong answer, Dan.
Get the fuck out.
I don't think you can travel fast enough to go back in the past. I don't think that makes sense to me.
You can reverse the rotation of the Earth.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, my boy's got you're just reversing the rotation of Earth. That doesn't affect time.
But I'm running at fast enough speed.
Okay, but the universe. Okay, we're talking about galaxies, right? Other galaxies would just be looking at Earth spinning backwards and be like, "That's cute." Like you're not affecting time.
Who's looking at us?
All right, so super speed and the time thing. All right.
I mean, well, there's two answers. One that I'd prefer and one that I think would be the most fun. So the one I prefer, I feel like, would be like being able to read people's minds. Because I feel like that would be very like enlightening to me, and I wouldn't use it in like a way that like would fuck me up, but I would use it in a way that would like help me out. I feel like, you know what I mean? I just want to know what people think, and like, you know, being able to just know outright how they feel about a situation, how they feel about me, how they feel about whatever. I think that'd be super useful.
But imagine listening to everybody's
Frank
inner
being the
thoughts.
head
No,
of the FBI,
selectively.
no big deal.
Selectively.
You know, this is gonna
It's not fucking like Bruce Almighty
This is
shit.
gonna
Yeah,
sound
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
So,
like,
like,
yo, imagine listening to Ebenezer's every.
I don't want to know what that
thought.
dude at Penn Station is saying. I want to know what like this person said.
You know what's crazy? That'd be
Imagine,
so
like,
useful.
imagine, like, think about all your inner thoughts. Imagine listening to all of our inner thoughts.
If anybody wants to read my thoughts, they can. Go ahead.
You know what's
No.
Practical answer. My fun answer would be flight.
That'd be fun.
Dude, if I could be anywhere, I'd go to this fucking Hawaii trip and I'd just fly in a second.
Well, what if it
I
takes
don't
you
know
6 hours to fly there?
Well, that's not my hypothetical, fucking Dan. Let me have this bitch. You ruined both of my fucking answers, bitch. Yo, see me outside, then.
You can go.
Cast me outside, no.
There's no wrong answers. Wrong.
You're gonna block Dan's
Hold on,
answers.
before we continue, no wrong answers.
No wrong answers.
Whatever happened last round,
It's not wrong answers. It's just bad answers.
Next.
So if you're about to get into an unfair fight, who are you calling to have your back?
Okay. Unfair, like physically.
Unfair.
Yeah,
Or like unfair, like a gun.
Like completely unfair.
No, 4 dudes come at you. They try to jump you.
Listen, that sounds like your kind of
One
weekend, not
answer
mine. Who do I call in that instance? I mean, I
No,
guess.
gonna show up.
Okay, yeah. Who I know is gonna show up, but also be worth calling too.
Correct.
Because I know Dan will show up, but do I?
Am I worth calling?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's a fair question. Yeah, that's a fair insight. Yeah.
He's gonna come with a city bike.
Bro, that's $60 a year, bro. I'm saving too.
Yo, that's a weapon.
Honestly,
That's true.
honestly, I might say Brian Cruz. I feel like he would do fucking anything.
Yeah?
I feel like he'd just fucking ride it.
That's the most frail motherfucker I've ever seen.
I know, yeah, it's frail, but like he'll use weapons and shit. Like I'm coming out. It's gonna be a bloody mess, but that motherfucker will.
Can I honestly answer? I'm not gonna answer for you, but I really thought you would have chose Ebenezer.
I was, but he's in Hawaii, so I'm thinking like.
Oh, okay.
I mean, without thinking anything, yes, I
I thought it was that, but also Ebenezer has never been on time to any of
That's
that.
facts too.
So if Frank is like, I need you here to fight for me.
Ebenezer's gonna see chalk outlines and yellow tape and be like, oh damn.
He's like, Frank, I'm on my way. But by the time he gets there, Frank's already dead.
That's what I was thinking. But Frank was like, oh, you know why?
But it's funny because my original answer was like, I was like straight to Ebenezer. That's the one I would call. But I think in like real situation, in real time, I would call Jamal.
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 That's another person. I'm sorry to tell you that would be like, I'll be right there. Go back to the squat rack. Like, gotta get a couple pumps in
Well,
before
I
it
think
gets-
of Jamal has like a sense of urgency. So like if he thinks that it's not important, he won't show up. But if he knows that you're in danger,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking GTI. He's there.
Jamal's killing everyone. There.
Yeah.
Might kill you just with the rage.
No, yeah. he's gonna drift in there, and he might hit everybody else, but he's gonna hit me too.
I'm solving away at least.
Yeah, we all, as
Dan,
long
you
as I
good?
live. Yeah, right. He saved me. I may have been like paraplegic by the end, but he saved me.
Dan, you good, bro? I came on time, bro. They questioned me on that podcast.
again. You scared me.
Starts benching me.
Ebenezer and Brian are good answers, and it'd be them. But I think my girlfriend fights dirty, and I'd probably pick her.
Okay.
Honestly. Sheesh, I'm
Don't get me
terrified.
wrong, his girlfriend, she's a firecracker, she'll fuck you up. But also, like,
We didn't say size of people.
I don't know.
We just said 3-on-1. We're looking me and her like it's a good team.
Yeah.
I feel like we could, knock something.
One bad hit to the head though. Yeah. Angel's on his own. Angel's on his own.
Who's
not the
Listen, I didn't say Jay. Did you say Jay? I didn't say Jay. Hold on. No, 100%. But you grab.
No, Brian was a good hit.
You grab Brian or Mariah by the ankles and you're swinging them anywhere you want.
All right, boys. Last question. We're gonna start with Angel. All right. So this is a little related to before with your guys' answers, but if you could time travel, would you go to the past or to the future?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's a little loaded.
Do we have? Hold on.
Can I stay there? Like, am I resetting my time?
If you want time
What do you mean?
travel,
So
like,
I-
come back.
I mean, in the past, and I'm just gonna invest, and I'm gonna like live like a rich motherfucker. That's it.
But you want to go to the future to see what's available?
I'll have more money in the future
How do you know?
because I went in the past.
Yeah,
and
but you could
invested
go
in
like
things that are
100 years
guaranteed.
into the future.
That is true, though.
That's what I'm saying. We
They're
should just go
both
back to like
correct.
Bitcoin.
Bro, let
They're
me
both
ask you.
Yeah, right.
Let me ask you. It's snowing in like March now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in the future. It's gonna be like nuclear winter. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, but you go to 100
well-
years, and we could have bubble travel.
Bubble travel?
I don't know. I just thought like
There's gonna be
bubble
100
travel?
What is
there's
it,
gonna be 100,000 people
It's like SpongeBob world.
left.
Yeah. You could go, yeah, but going back,
Who lives in the
hold on,
bottom of the sea,
going
man?
back in time is what you know. Going to the future is like what could be. Like you don't know.
That's what makes it
I'm
scary.
pessimistic about the
Exactly.
future, so
What if he goes to the
I
future
will
and
say
dies?
no.
Right, that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
yeah, right?
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
whole
I was
answer
like,
is I'm pessimistic
nuclear
about the
holocaust.
future.
Yeah, no,
and
I understand,
I-
but
I
like
cannot.
if you're gonna go back,
always
you're just
gonna be the
reliving what
past.
you've already lived. Like you,
It's like your
you're gonna
life,
live,
bro.
you're gonna
What are
live.
you
Hold on,
talking about?
you're gonna live
What is
Gangnam.
parameters that you're making?
You're gonna live. No, it's not parameters. It's just
Bro,
like
you
what it
said
is.
I'm gonna relive, but I'm gonna have
Like you're gonna live through Gangnam Style 2 times.
hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay,
That's his answer. That's his actual
Style
answer. Is
in a French.
He wants to
in a
listen to
French
Gangnam Style for the
villa,
first
bro.
time.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah, in a French villa, bro.
Yo,
Like, come on.
no, I mean
chill.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, what's your answer? No wrong answer. Yo, that's a wrong answer. Yeah, I'm ready for Dan's answer now. Let's hear this guy.
Talk about the future.
Yeah, no. If the future, there's no like time limit.
No, yeah, you can go. You can come back.
No, you can come back to the present.
come back.
Oh, I'm going like 2,000 years into the future.
Well, if you could come back to the present.
Yeah, I mean it's time travel. So.
No, yeah, you can travel.
Yeah.
No, if I'm going 2,000 years to the future to see what the fuck, even if we it's nuclear waste, like at least I'll know.
But then, how would you? Oh, you change the way you live your life, Brian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if I know that there's no
Fucking
future
move
for
to
me,
Thailand
like
tomorrow.
I know how I'm gonna live today. Yeah, where's the opium? Where's the? Yo, send me to Portugal. Like,
What is it? The balloons? Dan's gonna do helium again.
Oh my god.
yeah, whip it every day.
Oh my god. If there's balloons
If I know in 200 years, 2,000 years, there's no future for us, like, okay, yeah, I get it. But if there's like some crazy shit out there, like where we got flying cars or like we could travel to Mars in 30 seconds.
Again, you didn't give him a mortal life. You gave him 2,000 years in the future. He's gonna live 40 years more
with super speed.
and die.
With
Hold
super
on.
I feel like at least there was
Travel
cars
further
there.
back in
Hold
time.
on, first of all,
So you're gonna be a broke ass bitch, but I'm gonna be a quadrillionaire,
what do
bro.
you
Yo, the Tony said that with
Hold on, your car is still gonna be gas powered. Mine is gonna be powered by my mind.
Hold up, you're gonna be a broke bitch.
How do you know?
Like, what are you bringing?
How do you know?
All of
In our distant 2,000 year future, we could each like social programs could have evolved so much that we each are born with $1 million. Who knows?
Bro, I already know where you're going. You're going to the future. Your partner in crime is Jamel.
Yeah.
Super speed. And you're going back to the past to make yourself a billionaire.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm fucking surprised you remember all that.
Bro, there's no wrong answer.
All right,
I
last.
want to know what's out there. You
I
know?
mean,
I know what we had. I want to know what's yet to come.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of these answers,
But they're
in their
wrong.
own ways.
I'm not going anywhere.
This is my best line. Yo, shout out 1024. No, I feel like, well, that's the biggest thing. If I'm allowed to come back,
Yeah, of course.
then I'm going to the fucking future. Fuck it. But if I'm like stuck in a time, I'm gonna make my present the best it could fucking be by making fucking bank. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily care about what the past was going on. It's kind of cool. Like, I feel like Victorian times and shit like that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like, make some fucking money. Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it. If I'm coming back, go to the future. Fucking experience that for a little bit. The future
You just have
female.
to go back 10 years and be like, I'm putting
Dude,
every single
Bitcoin?
cent I have in Bitcoin. Literally.
Imagine that.
That's it.
Every single cent I have.
You have the
That's
ability to travel at any time you want. And you go 10 years in the past.
If I 30-year-old angel,
It would make
You're
this
like, I
life
can go to
easy.
any time period ever
This became a
existed.
controversial.
He said, "I'm gonna go
Bro.
10 years
I
ago."
literally said, yo, rapid
I
fire,
can-
no wrong answers.
But-
Not rapid fire, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Dan,
That's the
Dan,
essence
I
of our
hear
friend
you.
group, where it's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, you're an
I'm
idiot.
gonna go. I'll be able to live on a yacht, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
You're not doing that in 1,000 years.
future. This is you in the future. Like the gas, every single fossil fuel we've burned.
You're gonna be a broke bitch.
We've burned every broke.
He said, I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
And we're gonna be homeless in the future. Looking at the flying cars, I would be on the yacht.
I hear a safe answer and like a like. He said, yo, he's like, I could go back 10 years, invest in Bitcoin, I'll be a millionaire.
I mean,
He said, I have the ability to go 2,000 years in the future, but he's like, I'm gonna go 10 years from now.
because he wants to be a billionaire, a billionaire, bro. I don't give a fuck about flying cars in 2,000 years if I'm not in it.
What do you mean?
I need to
What-
fucking be in the.
What? Hold on. You're a billionaire today. Let's say you're a billionaire today. You buy like the dopest mansion you could ever think. You buy all the cars you want. Then what? Then what?
NBA
Are
team.
you asking if I would? 'Cause,
You buy
yes.
an NBA team and you watch them disappoint you year after year.
What are you talking about? Be a millionaire.
In the future.
The problem is that your team is not winning. That's a good fucking life, bro.
I don't know.
That's not bad.
Think about the things you could have experienced as
Michael
opposed to watching the
Jordan is
Knicks
the
fail
saddest
year
person.
after year.
Michael Jordan is the saddest person watching his Charlotte Hornets fail year after year.
Imagine a smartphone watching Michael Jordan win 6 championships.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, but that's my point. That right there is my point.
I saw
Because
the last
Michael
dance.
Jordan won 6 championships in the 90s, but there were no smartphones.
Oh shit!
All right.
All right, guys, this was a fantastic episode 8.
There's a lot of editing at the end.
Listen,
Everyone.
guys,
Shout out Puka.
one moment of silence for Puka.
Yeah.
There's so much editing that he has.
I would pour one out on the ground. I would pour one out on the ground, but
I'm literally going to fucking zoom into my face when I say, yo, no argument. I mean, there's no one's wrong. No wrong answers. Rapid fire. And then like an hour.
Just shit on each other's answers. Every facet.
It had me cracking up because as soon as Dan said like this of the super speed, I just see Angel go.
The drama of pulling up the mic. Yeah.
He finished his answer. Angel was chilling, but he just something about that answer pissed him the fuck you, man.
because I found the loophole. I found that loophole.
Brother, man, none of your answers were the top answer.
Yeah.
You're not getting clipped.
We're gonna put it to vote. We're gonna put it to vote.
Yeah, right? Yo, give me the safe choices versus the adventurous one. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yo, he said I'd rather watch Michael Jordan win 6 championships.